Welcome back, subscribers who didn't bail. No, it seems the community is about peaked because like the mass unsubscribes have started, which is cool. That's I don't really care, but anyways, so we got Leo and James here. Now before we get into this, as far as I know, neither one of you are like really doing like YouTube stuff on your own, are you?
Nope.
Leo? Used to be? Okay. No, because like on the Linux show last week, people were asking like, what's their uses? Everybody knows Mr. Bit, and everybody knows Jordan. I gave them yours, James, but you don't really do anything. What I'm debating about is whether or not I need to like be putting links to y'all's YouTubes or a website or something in the description or on the show feeds.
I've thought about doing something, but I can't really see anywhere where I can do anything where other people aren't already doing it.
Yeah, it's like there's only so much overlap.
As soon as I can get to stop procrastinating my VI videos, I'll continue that series. So.
Oh, but procrastination is just so fun. You don't have to do anything. It just does it for you. Okay, well, we got a light show because I refuse, although I reserve the right, given the latest video Eric did, to reverse on this at some point this week. I'm debating about whether or not I want to make a response video to that. But I refuse to talk about more Antenna-Gate stuff. I'm not going to beat a dead horse to death. And most of the stories that circulated last week were, oh, the white iPhone, oh, the Antenna-Gate, oh, the good, the bad, the antenna. I'm like, okay, we've covered this for the last 3 weeks, people. Let's find something else, thank you. It's like, so... Yeah, I don't like Apple, and I'm bored of it. It's everything that can be said on that has been said. It's at this point you're critiquing fanboyism, which is that's not for this show. That's like for a direct response video. Anyways, what the hell do y'all want to start with from our merry-go-round list?
This one isn't really as uniform as our other ones have been.
No, we just threw stuff in a list and we're gonna pick stuff. It's like, I don't care.
Well, I know I showed you guys before the show, but for everybody else, I got one of these plates.
Yeah, but we hate him. He's got the last Nexus phone.
Just before they closed down.
It's like I don't have enough of a following. What I really want to see is somebody who's like just got this huge following, just toss around the idea of, maybe we should bring back the Nexus phones. I want to see like this petition from people who realize the need for an independent, good, unlocked, bloatware-free Android device to keep Android honest.
Could start something.
Yeah. It's, like the problem is petitions do nothing. What you really need is something that'll coalesce in 100,000 people standing outside of Google's headquarters, peaceably refusing to leave until Google gives in. And then Google has the choice between calling the cops on people who want to buy a product they killed. Well, version 2.0. We don't want I don't want to bring back the Nexus 1. I'm going to bring back the Nexus phones. I want a Nexus 2, a Nexus 3, a Nexus 42. That's like it's a series of devices. And while you're at it, demand they make a standalone media player. It's like I don't know.
Media player? Android media player?
It's like right now. Don't get me wrong. There's devices that can do that, but they're basically micro tablets, and there's nothing in like a Nexus 1 like form factor. And like what you were talking about the other day, like James has this really ambitious idea for a widget, but it's which I'm not going to talk about, but there's honestly an Android equivalent to something like an iPod Touch, where it's just an Android device, no phone, no sound, just a data device, would be very useful. And it doesn't exist as far as I know. It's like the closest thing is those $99 to $200 tablet devices, which, you know, a 7-inch little touchscreen device versus a little small 4-inch device are not quite the same thing. That's
I'd also like it if they did make a really popular Android tablet or whatever, if it was a little smaller than the iPad.
There's a lot of those fixing to come out around Christmas. I'm not sure I want those. I'm sure people will buy them. Because they have a smaller screen, they're a lot cheaper than the iPad.
Cheaper and more portable.
Yeah, but
That's the reason why I would want a smaller.
yeah, but I've always felt those 7-inch devices, those 5 to 7-inch devices, are like a mix mesh. So they're not quite small enough to be an ultra portable device, and they're not quite big enough to really be anything useful. But that's me. Some people like you would love them. I see them selling, if for no other reason than they fill a niche very well. And unlike the Apple devices, they're cheap enough for that niche. The average price for those is $99 to $250, which is about right for a device like that. The problem is that's also about the right price for a subsidized or media player only device. So it's one of those, it's like, it's a mismatched device. You can't charge the $300-400 you want to for it, because when you start getting into that, you want a 10-inch, 8 to 10-inch device. And when you get that cheap, it's like, yeah, why am I buying a small device? It's like, yeah. Anyways. Like I covered bloatware with Mr. Bit last week. It's like, what do y'all think about that? The fact that Android devices are starting to get bloatware.
Well, I mean, it's not that Android is. It's just the manufacturer.
I said Android devices. I was very specific there.
No, I'm saying that Android's still fine, and if it gets bloatware and people stop buying phones with bloatware, another company can just make a phone without it and they'll sell more, and that's competition.
You know, I would argue that will happen, except for the fact, look at what happened with Windows.
Well, I mean, but with a lot of bloatware, like you have the really cheap Windows companies, and they come with a huge amount of seemingly unremovable bloatware. Then you have more expensive companies that will sell Windows, and they don't really come with that much bloatware. And in fact, some of the bloatware on it, I mean, the stuff you would call bloatware, is actually kind of neat. I know that Dell comes with some stuff on it that has some neat media stuff, which, I guess would be bloatware, but I like them.
My only thing with it, I could care less if it comes with it. My thing with it is that it's not you can't uninstall it.
Yeah.
It's, I'm going to be the biggest redneck NASCAR. Okay, when I turn in left, everybody left! And I may love that the Sprint phones come with that. But if I don't like NASCAR, I'd really rather my bytes have other stuff. And I did not mean to imply that NASCAR is redneck or anything. So please write angry letters to care of. But yeah.
Fortunately, the Android phones do allow you the option to flash your own to it without upsetting your overlords and masters like the iPhone would. But
well, yeah, but still, I think it's something the end users shouldn't have to do.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's something that is definitely hindering these phones, and I know that I wouldn't even consider an Evo because of that NASCAR app.
Yeah.